Jr. Let's pause now for the national anthem. Statistics quickly. Eagles averaging 42% from the floor, Syracuse 33%. Free throw shooting, the Eagles 51%, Syracuse at 46%. Wood River averaging 57 points a game and giving up 38. Syracuse is averaging 45 points a game and giving up 35. It's the semifinal round of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. Our matchup, Wood River and Syracuse. Thanks for joining us. That's High School Preview.
Coming up next from Lincoln, it's live state tournament basketball action. This is Brian Gallagher. Thanks for joining us on High School Preview.
During Snapper's Spring Savings Event, you'll get
KRGI FM Sports presents the 1986 Nebraska State Basketball Tournament. This is Brian Gallagher inviting you to stay with us for all the excitement. I'll be back with the action from Lincoln in just a moment.
Welcome back to the Devaney Sports Center as we get ready to start this semifinal game of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. Hi, everybody. Brian Gallagher to call the action. Again, our guest commentator this afternoon, Grand Island Northwest girls head coach Barry Schultz. All right, you've got a Syracuse team that is very big, 5'10", 5'10", 6 feet across the front line. Wood River's been battling height all year long. As a coach, what types of things do you think Jerry Hawley will do to try to counteract that height?
Well, Wood River's had a lot of success all year shooting the ball outside. Tonight's a little bit different situation because most teams with that much size like Syracuse would go a 2-3 zone defense, which would leave your wings open. Tonight, Syracuse, based on last night, you'd have to expect them to come out man-to-man, which doesn't allow you to have that open shot and be able to set up for those shots. So Jerry's probably really working with the kids as far as passing the basketball, working to make sure that they're setting good picks. They run a little flex offense, a little 2-3 set flex offense. We're picking down on the baseline every time, and they run it pretty confidently. So you may see some real good layups if Wood River gets into their offense.
One thing I noticed, too, about the action last night was that when Wood River started to pass the ball against the press, the success improved. When they tried to dribble against the press of Gehring, it caused some problems. Jerry settled things down. He got the kids to pass the ball, and the things opened up.
That's right. I think Jerry goes with most coaches. Anytime there's a zone press, you try to pass through the press. Anytime you put the ball on the floor, you're asking for trouble, you're asking for traps, and you're also using up one of your options as far as what you can do with a basketball. So his kids are real fundamentally sound, and they realized they needed to pass the ball and be moving, and that's when they made the break against Gehring.
All right, the introduction of the lineups continuing here at the Devaney Sports Center. We'll be back with the start of this semifinal clash between Wood River and Syracuse in just a moment.
5'9" senior, Mary Rainford. Number 30, 5'7" senior, Lisa Haydenfeld. Number 34, 5'7" senior, Shauna Hayden. At number 40, Jenny Kolakowski. The assistant coach, Kurt Sejanoff. The head coach, Jerry Hawley. The referees for this afternoon's contest, Randy Gill and Joe Patton.
Devaney Sports Center in the semifinals of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. Brian Gallagher with Grand Island Northwest Girls head coach Barry Schultz. Again, Hartington Cedar Catholic has already moved into the finals of Class B as they edge Lexington this afternoon, 37-36. Other action going on in the state today. Battle Creek and Sutton moved into the C1 finals. Battle Creek down Pierce 49-28, while it was Sutton beating Randolph 40. Here, the opening tip controlled by the Wood River Eagles. Kolakowski moves it into the offensive end, gets it to Kim Mosick. Now Rainforth with a basketball at the top of the key. Kolakowski off on the left side. They get it to Rainforth. Mosick goes deep into the right corner to Lisa Haydenfeld. Now to Kolakowski. They'll work it around the outside of the Syracuse zone defense. Big bunch inside. Feet underneath. Hayden was wide open. And the Wood River Eagles jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Hayden scoring for Wood River.
Full court pressure put on by the Eagles up the middle of the floor. Traveling call. Deb Carlson tried to move it into the offensive end. Bounced it into the middle to center Julie Wenninghoff, and she had trouble handling the basketball. And the first turnover gives the benefit of the basketball to Wood River. Eagles in the offensive end leading by 2. Shot from the left side by Haydenfeld is off the mark. Mary Rainforth chases down the rebound. Back come the Eagles with the basketball. A 2-3 zone put up by Syracuse. They are 6 feet, 5'10", and 5'10" across the front line. Haydenfeld swings it right side. Mosick likes the open jumper and got it. Tim Mosick has 2 points. It's a 4-0 lead. Full court pressure, a steal, but Hayden stepped out of bounds. Good job of blocking off in the middle of the floor that time.
That's right. You're already seeing that Syracuse has changed from what they did yesterday. They went to a 2-3 zone tonight, and a little bit surprising, but Wood River's gone ahead and taken a couple of those outside shots they've been successful with all year and hit a couple of them.
We've played a minute here in the opening round of this, or the opening quarter of this semifinal clash. 4-0 lead for Wood River. Feed in the middle. Shot is off the mark. Rainforth tied up with the rebound, and the held ball will go over to Syracuse. Shot inside that time by Julie Wenninghoff was the type of shot they wanted. Wenninghoff was open in the paint but couldn't convert. Inbounds pass. We've got a whistle. Traveling call. How many times do you see that move? Lisa Giddings tried to drive around the defender deep on the baseline and traveled. Eagles with the basketball. Rainforth coming up to help with the ball handling chores. Bad pass, and the Eagles suffer their first turnover. Back comes Syracuse on the fly. Now they hold it up as they move it into the offensive end. Handling the basketball is number 25, Lisa Giddings. They swing it right side to Deb Carlson. She is their leader. Giddings from outside misses the shot. Offensive rebound. Foul will be called on Rainforth. Inside for position that time, Julie Wenninghoff to pick up the errant shot. Rainforth was caught out of position that time and picked up the first foul of the ball game. 4-0 lead for Wood River, 6:22 to play here in the first quarter. Carlson from the top of the key. They set a pick play for, had plenty of time to get the shot away, and Deb Carlson puts Syracuse on the scoreboard. Haydenfeld in the offensive end. Now they work it out on top to Kim Mosick. Krolikowski back to Mosick at the top of the key. 20 feet away from the basket, looking to get it inside to Rainforth. They do. She dribbles, leaves the pick outside for Haydenfeld. No shot. They'll get it off to Mosick and work it around the top of the zone once again. Inside they go. Rainforth tries to work it low. Good defense inside by Syracuse. A turnover on the Eagles. Back comes Syracuse on the fly. Here's Carlson down the lane. Cuts it to the middle, but lost the basketball. Good defense that time by Wood River. They say that the Eagles did bat it out of bounds underneath. The Wood River fans don't like the call, but it was a good one. 5:44 left to play in the first quarter. Syracuse ties the score. Jumper from the left side by Lisa Giddings as she got in behind a screen. Here comes Krolikowski into the offensive end for the Eagles. Mosick now with the basketball. Back to Krolikowski at the point. Rainforth comes to a high post to take the pass. Looks to get rid of the basketball. Does. They swing it right side now to Mosick again. Trying to attack the perimeter of the zone. Krolikowski's shot is off. Haydenfeld follows and gets it. Lisa Haydenfeld with the offensive board and conversion. And Wood River has regained the lead. Deb Carlson working it up against Wood River. Full court pressure. Syracuse into the offensive end. Again, they're in green uniforms with gold and white trim. Eagles in the home white uniforms. Air ball, but all it does is works out to be a pass. Michelle Neiman was underneath to convert on the missed shot. And we're tied at 6. Semi-final round of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. Wood River 21-0. Syracuse 19-4 coming into the ball game. Haydenfeld left side jumper's got it. She's 2 for 2. Lisa Haydenfeld puts the Eagles back out in front. What's the turnover on the inbound play? Syracuse lost the basketball along the baseline. Here's a break for Wood River.
You're seeing a lot of turnovers right here, which is real normal in a big ball game like this, semifinals, and a lot of pressure. So seeing this, hopefully they'll settle down here pretty soon.
Krolikowski off the right side lets the jumper go. It's no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Syracuse, and Wood River will get another opportunity to get a shot away.
Syracuse is not doing a very good job checking out on the offensive boards. Wood River's gotten at least 3 or 4 offensive boards so far.
That's one thing Wood River really cashed in on last night was position. Rainforth jump pass low to Hayden is batted away. Nice defense again. This time Carlson came up with the steal. Back comes Syracuse on the fly, trying to tie. Lob it low. Rainforth steals it right back. Each team with 3 turnovers here in the first quarter. 4 minutes to play. First quarter action, Wood River leading at 8-6. Mosick with the basketball. Again, Syracuse staying in the 2-3 zone. They are big across that front line. Krolikowski out high to Haydenfeld. They swing it left side to Mosick on the wing. Rainforth posting up high inside. Right side, Krolikowski, feet in the middle. Rainforth up in the crowd, missed the shot off the glass. Ball is loose. Haydenfeld keeps it alive, but fouled.
Wood River showing a lot of patience with that offense, trying to work the basketball, and then they're flashing Rainforth across the middle, getting the ball inside there. Mary had a tough break that time and fell off the back of the rim.
Eagles 4 for 8 from the field so far here in the early going. Syracuse is 3 for 6, 3:33 left to play in the first quarter. Eagles have never trailed. It's an 8-6 lead. Rainforth up with another steal. Syracuse has trouble attacking this Wood River press. Here's Mosick, top of the key, in and out. Rebound loose in the corner. It's chased down by Jenny Krolikowski. Pass for the far side for Haydenfeld, got away, and the Eagles turn it right back over.
Another one of them offensive rebounds, but Wood River couldn't take advantage of it. A little bit of jitter, trying to get a good pass in there and turn the ball over.
Substitution, Renee Hawley comes in for the Wood River Eagles. Hawley, the 5'2 sophomore that exploded for 9 points last night. She'll replace Jenny Krolikowski. Deep pass on the right side. They take it to the middle. Shot is blocked by Rainforth. Foul will be called as Rainforth tries to follow. Check that. Let's see who it's on. If it's on Rainforth, it's number 2. Let's double check it. No, they say that it went against Michelle Neiman. Neiman was called for pushing off as he battled Rainforth for the rebound. Mary Rainforth with a block shot that time as Neiman tried to force it up underneath. Full court pressure. Holly in to help with the ball handling chores. She'll work with Kim Mosek to advance it into the offensive end. Mosek beats the trap, takes it into the right side, and now the defense backs off into the paint. Right side feed goes to Hayden. Back out high to Mosek. Dribbles once, feeds it right wing to Hayden. Holly comes up to take the feed along the top of the key. Haydenfeld at the free throw line. Swings it right side to Holly. Back to Haydenfeld out on top. 2:38 to play in the first quarter. Eagles lead it by 2. Lob in the middle. Rainforth in a crowd. They've got 3 people around her, and she had no chance of getting a shot away. Good defense by Mosek to stop the flow that time, but the turnover goes against the Eagles. At the other end, this is Giddings with the shot, missed it, and Shauna Hayden comes up with an important defensive rebound. Still an 8-6 lead for Wood River. The Eagles have never trailed. 2:12 to play in the first quarter. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz with you from the Devaney Sports Center here on KRGI FM Grand Island. Right side, they go to Holly. Back out on top now to Mosek. Had a shot, pass it up. Holly will take one from the right side. This one is short. Rebound in the middle to Julie Winninghoff, the 6-foot senior. Back at the other end, Carlson's lob pass is hit. Rainforth comes up with a basketball. Carlson steals it right back, makes the shot, and is fouled in the play.
Deb Carlson, she's the same type of ball player as Mary Rainforth is for Wood River. Deb Carlson's a superstar. She's a junior. Really does a nice job most of the time. Once in a while, I've seen her push that ball up the court, and it seems like she carries the ball quite a bit when she makes her crossover move, but it hasn't been called down here yet, so she really pushes it up and gets things going.
Made the steal that time. Kim Mosek was called for the pushing foul, a chance to complete a three-point play. You can count it. Well, already we see a different scenario from last night's game. Gehring was 0 for 6 from the free throw line last night, and Syracuse has already converted a free throw. What a performance last night at the free throw line for Wood River as they finished up from the line on the night. 19 of 20, see, what do we
25, I think it was, Brian. Right.
So an outstanding performance. First lead of the night for Syracuse. In the lane is Hayden. She'll dribble out of trouble, swings it right side to Rainforth. That ball is picked off. Ziegler with the steal, takes it down the right side to the middle, blocked by Rainforth. Hayden comes out of there with it. That's another block shot from Mary Rainforth. It looked like Ziegler had the angle that time, and Rainforth reached over the top and made a great play.
Ziegler made that same move about 4 times last night and hit the shot off the backboard inside. She's a little girl, but that time it didn't quite fall. Mary Rainforth made an excellent play.
Eagles looking a little guilty of standing around right now against that zone defense. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Wood River trailing by a point. Krolikowski swings it to Mosek. There is no motion against that zone. Mosek's jumper, top of the key, is good. Kim Mosek fires it over the top and puts Wood River back out in front 10-9. Here's Carlson into the offensive end. There's that carry motion you talked about. Feed underneath. Shot is up and in. Michelle Neiman is able to convert, and the Wood River fans wanted a carrying call that time, and Barry Schultz, you were a prophet because that was the motion right there. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 1-point lead for Syracuse. Right side, they go to Haydenfeld. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Eagles with a basketball. Here's Rainforth, top now to Krolikowski. Back to Rainforth. They'd like to have her get a shot. Here's Haydenfeld down the right side. Took it off the glass and in. Power move by Lisa Haydenfeld. 6 points. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Here's a chance to keep them from getting a shot. Ziegler at the buzzer. Got it! Ziegler hits one as the first quarter comes to an end. Semi-final round of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. After one, it's Syracuse 13, Wood River 12. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz back at the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln as we start out the second quarter. Eagles trailing by a point. Rainforth with a basketball. They get it out to Renee Holly at the point. Back to Rainforth right side. Looks to get open. Kicks it out to Holly. She'll swing it left side. Kolakowski is open. Hit the jumper. They're attacking the zone now. They move the ball inside. Jerry Holly made his adjustment, and that was a good-looking offensive pattern. Left side they go. Haydenfeld will be called for a foul as they try to extend the full-court pressure defense.
That's probably the first mistake Lisa Haydenfeld's made tonight. Jerry Holly, I talked to him about a week ago, and he said that he knew he had Hayden inside, and he knew Rainforth was a good ball player, but he said Lisa Haydenfeld could be a girl that could come out and shoot the eyes out of the bucket, and she has today with 3 out of 3, so he was quite a prophet himself.
5'7" senior, averages 9 points a game, has 6 already to lead the Eagles. Wood River leads it by 1. Feet in the middle, tied up a held ball. It'll go back to Syracuse, but again, the Wood River defense is able to converge and play some solid defense inside. Size advantage goes to Syracuse this afternoon, but with Wood River, to be honest, what else is new? Into the ball game is Jerry Hillman and hits the bucket from the left side of the inbounds play. And Syracuse is back up by a point. Here's Holly pushing it up the floor to hurry as the Eagles return to the offensive chores. Holly at the point, swings it left side to Mary Rainforth. Deep in the corner they go to Shauna Hayden. Rainforth cuts through the defense. They get it to Holly. Back in the corner to Hayden. Now Haydenfeld cuts it low. Holly lets it go from 18. Got a little out of her range, I believe. And Wenninghoff has her 3rd rebound for Syracuse. Back comes Carlson up the floor for the Rockets. Left side they go. That is Hillman. She'll let the shot go from 20 and got it. Jerry Hillman off the bench has 4 quick points, and Syracuse has their biggest lead. It's 17-14. Kolakowski in trouble, but is fouled as they try to snap the trap around her. That time, Deb Carlson guilty of reaching over the top and fouling Jenny Kolakowski. First foul on Carlson. That is 2 now against Syracuse. The Eagles have been guilty of 4. Matza comes back in. Holly comes out.
You're seeing Syracuse pick up the pressure a little bit here, which I'm not a bit surprised. 3 of their kids are cross-country girls, and they do a lot of running up and down the court.
Masek, top of the key, can't convert. Rebound taken out of there by Michelle Neiman. Here's Carlson back up the floor. Boy, that really does look like she's carrying the basketball when she dribbles.
It's definitely a judgment call, but it sure looks like her hand is getting to the side of the basketball, which should be a carry.
Wenninghoff comes way out on top to take the basketball as they try to open things up in this Wood River zone defense. Feed in the middle for Carlson is batted out of bounds, and Syracuse will get it back along the baseline. 5:55 left to play in the first half. 17-14, the lead for Syracuse. Into the ball game is Sandy Harters for the first time. Harters, a 5'7" senior. She'll give Haydenfeld a break. Feed underneath, forced up a shot, no good. Rebound, Shauna Hayden. 3rd board for Hayden so far here tonight. Mosick back into the offensive end as the Eagles try to cut this lead to 1. Kolakowski, left wing, gets it back out on top. They've got Rainforth at the point and trying to work her into the offense. Right side they go to Mosek. She's open. Can't get the jumper to go. Off the back of the rim, and here's another rebound for Neiman. Pressure once again. Carlson moves it up the floor. Cuts it off to the left side. Will swing it now to the point to Jerry Hillman. Hillman, right side they go to Lisa Clark into the game at a guard spot. Feet in the middle, batted away, and Rainforth picks off the pass, and a foul is called on Wenninghoff.
You're seeing Wood River run almost a T&1 now. They've got Jenny Kolakowski playing Carlson man-to-man, and then the other girls, they've got a triangle down low, and then they've just got a guard chasing out front. So it's been fairly successful in keeping the ball away from Deb Carlson.
5:14 left to play here in the first half. It's a 17-14 lead for Syracuse. Eagles trying to go to 22-0 and get into the finals of the Class B state championship. Here's Kolakowski on the right side. The high arching shot is no good. Rebound taken out of there by Deb Carlson for Syracuse. Eagles have come up cold here in the second quarter. Whistle. Traveling is called. Carlson ran into some defensive pressure. That is the third turnover in the quarter here on Syracuse. The Eagles haven't turned it over since the end of the first quarter.
Wood River just keeps that pressure on you, and they keep running over there in front of you, and sooner or later, some of these girls make the turnovers, and that time a real good player made a turnover.
I can't help but see this looking so much like yesterday's game when the Eagles were down 6 in the second quarter and ran off 10 points. 4:39 left to play here in the half. It's a 3-point deficit for the Eagles. Wood River with the basketball. Krolikowski swings it right side. Rainforest open for the jumper and got it. You could see she got into the rhythm, was able to square to the bucket, and has her first 2 points.
That has to be in Wood River's favor for Mary not to have scored until 4 minutes left in the second quarter and still only be down 1.
And she was scoreless in the first quarter yesterday. Left side, Carlson in trouble. Jump pass, drew the foul. Krolikowski will be called for the foul as she was playing defense a little too close against Carlson that time. The foul on Krolikowski is her first. That is 5 team fouls now against the Eagles, so Syracuse will shoot free throws for the rest of the half. Rockets have been guilty of 3 fouls. Carlson this year from the line, 47%, missed the front end of the 1-and-1. They are not a strong free throw shooting team by any means. Carlson had hit 1 earlier, missed that one. And back come the Eagles. Rainforth, top of the key. They're swinging right side to Mussick. Less than 4 minutes to go now in the half. Wood River trailing by 1. Rainforth, baseline, jumper, missed it. Rebound loose on the baseline. Krolikowski reached over the top and was called for the foul. Carlson had great position underneath that time to pick off the rebound, and Krolikowski tried to reach through, and it really wasn't a very good foul.
Mary may have forced that shot a little bit. She was on the baseline, had a girl in her face, and it was a little bit off balance when she put it up, and it wasn't one of her normal, real good rotation types of shots.
Deb Carlson will have a chance to redeem herself at the line after just missing a 1-and-1 for Syracuse. They lead it 17-16. This free throw is good. Deb Carlson now with 6 points. Lisa Haydenfeld leads the Eagles with 6. Rainforth now with 2. Shauna Hayden 2. Krolikowski with 2. Kim Mussick has 4. Both free throws fall for Carlson. And the lead back to 3 at 19-16. That's been the biggest lead of the ball game. Krolikowski into the offensive end. Syracuse playing chase with the basketball. Rainforth open, jumper, won't go. Slides off the left side, but Harders is there for the rebound. Eagles hang on to the basketball. Here's Rainforth out high now to Mussick. Top of the key. We've got a whistle. 3-second call coming up here against Wood River.
There again was one of those offensive rebounds that Wood River couldn't take advantage of. They were going to be able to get a second shot again. One of the reasons they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds is they're putting the ball up from 15, 18-foot. The ball's coming off further off the rim.
With the basketball is Clark for Syracuse. They work it high to the center. Wenninghop, lob pass low. Carlson in the crowd puts up the shot and in. Took it right up over the top of Rainforth that time, who was able to convert. Carlson now with 4 points in the quarter. Syracuse has gone ahead by 5. 21-16 the count. Less than 3 minutes to play in the half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a chance to review action so far today and take a look at some first half numbers. Mussick from the free throw line. Count it. Kim Mussick with 6 points, and they're all long distance. That's
a real big bucket for Wood River right there, because they were down 5, and that's a crucial point in the ball game where you need a bucket, get it back down to 3.
21-18, the lead for Syracuse. Clark with the basketball deep in the right corner. They work it out high to Carlson. They want her to shoot the basketball. She had 25 last night. Left side, this is Hillman working open. Jumper's good. Same spot as she hit before. Now Hillman with 6 points. 23-18. Steal. Clark. No. Krolikowski got it right back. Harders feeds out high to Rainforth. Check that. That is Mussick at the point. Back to Rainforth. Left side. They are converging on Rainforth as soon as she touches the basketball. Mussick, left side. Rainforth open. Jumper's good. There was a good motion again, and Rainforth has 4.
That's right. And they have those wings setting right in the gap of that 2-1-2, and they're getting real good shots both at the wings and at the point position.
Steal attempt by Hayden. The ball saved by Syracuse. Wood River fans wanted an over and back call. That ball was tipped to half court, so the ball was free. Carlson comes up with it on the left side, tries to drive the baseline, feeds it low. Wenninghoff has nowhere to go. Bounced it off Carlson's leg out of bounds.
They're still playing Carlson man-to-man with Krolikowski, and that's given Deb Carlson quite a bit of problems there, trying to get open and then still get the shot up.
Lisa Giddings comes back into the guard spot for Syracuse. Also back in, Lisa Haydenfeld for the Wood River Eagles. Wood River trailing in the ballgame, 23-20. A minute 18 left to play here in the first half. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz with you from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. Feed high to Mosek. They swing it left side. Rainforest open again. It's in. Barry Rainforest, 6 points, all here in the quarter, and the lead is down to 1. Giddings back into the offensive end. Wenninghoff calling for the basketball, calling to the high post. They couldn't get the feed to her. Carlson takes it left wing. Now this is Hillman out on top to Giddings. Syracuse will be patient here, probably to set up a last shot. 46 seconds to play. They lead it by a point. Hillman trying to lob it into the middle. Wenninghoff calls for it. Looks, takes the shot after all. That shot is off the mark. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Syracuse. Wood River will have an opportunity to bring it back. I'm surprised they took a shot. I really thought with a 1-point lead they'd try to work down the clock.
I thought with 30 seconds left, I'd usually, especially in the state tournament, you'd sure think you'd go for the last shot. Wood River wasn't really playing real aggressively, but their coach must have decided they'd like to go ahead and get a bucket.
Mosek into the offensive end. 20 seconds left in the half. She'll play catch with Krolikowski to get it down to about 10, and then they'll try to move it in and see if they can't get an open shot. Now they'll start to close the web. 10 seconds left in the half. Feed out high. Mosek at the point. Swings it left side. Rainforest won't get a shot. Mosek will kick it back to Rainforest. Left side jumper. Short. Ball tip. We've got a whistle. A pushing foul. Called underneath on Syracuse. The foul will be Julie Wenninghoff for pushing underneath on the rebound. That is foul number 4 in the half, so no free throws. The first half has come to an end. Eagles find themselves down at halftime in the semifinals of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament. At the half of the Devaney Sports Center, it's Syracuse 23, Wood River 22. In that second quarter, but the Eagles had some chances that simply got away.
Well, that's right. Syracuse really turned the ball over a number of times, either on travels, bad passes, or Wood River broke in there and made some real nice steals. In order for Syracuse to win the ball game, they're going to have to handle Wood River's pressure a little bit better. As far as Wood River's concerned, their outside shooting has really kept them in the ball game. And it hasn't always been Mary Rainforest. She hit 2 there towards the end of the ball game to get them back. But also Lisa Haydenfeld hit a couple, and Kim Mosek, and those kids, Jenny Krolikowski, I don't know if she has one yet or not, but those kids all have hit at least one field goal, and I think that's been a key for them because Syracuse is probably going to have to do some thinking at halftime whether or not they can stay with a 2-3 zone and let Wood River shoot the eyes out of the bucket.
Winner will go on to the finals of the Class B state tournament. They will take on Hartington Cedar Catholic tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow night here at the Sports Center starting at 7 o'clock. Halftime here in this semifinal clash. It's Syracuse 23, Wood River 22.
to get the season over with.
Well, they're talking about appealing that decision, but right now I think it's a moot point. All right, the Eagles will have the basketball as we start things out here in the third quarter. Exclusive coverage of the Girls State Basketball Tournament coming your way on KRGI FM Grand Island. Ryan Gallagher and Northwest Girls head coach Barry Schultz alongside here at the Devaney Sports Center. Haydenfeld comes out firing as the Eagles go on offense in the third quarter. Shot is off the mark. Jeb Carlson comes back the other way for Syracuse. Feeds it past left side. Giddings lost the basketball. Got it back. Put it up and in. Giddings is able to convert, and that's a big bucket for Syracuse. Into the offensive end comes Krolikowski. They dish it left side to Haydenfeld. Now to Rainforth. Syracuse trying to hawk a little more on defense.
I always say early in the ball game, first 4 minutes of first half and first 4 minutes second half are real keys as far as who's going to win the ball game.
Rainforth with an offensive rebound, put up the shot, miss it, but was able to draw the foul from Michelle Neiman. And this will be the first free throw opportunities, I believe. Let's see where the foul is indicated. It is a two-shot chance, so Jenny Krolikowski will go to the free throw line for the first chances tonight for the Eagles. Krolikowski this year, a 43% free throw shooter, had 6 points in the win last night against Gering. Has 2 points so far here today. Swishes the first one. Her shot is such a high arching shot. If it is off the rim, it's going to go straight through, and it's liable to tear the bottom of the net. Second shot for Krolikowski will come up short, just catches the front of the rim. Weddinghoff with the rebound. 4 boards for the 6-foot senior center for Syracuse. 25-23. Feed in the middle. Carlson forces up the jumper, got the roll. That's the sign of a good shooter when that ball just lays over the front of the rim. Carlson now with 11 points to lead all scorers. Wood River attacking the press again. Here's a foul on Carlson. She hooked Kim Mosick with her leg, and Carlson picks up foul number 2.
During that first half, they only had 2 girls chasing down here full court. I see they brought up a 3rd girl now, so they're really trying to intensify the pressure up here. And that time, Kim Mosick got fouled, but she was in a little bit of a trouble.
Eagles are going to have to make sure that they pass against this press again. That's what made the difference against Gering last night. Here's Mosick at the point. They swing it right side to Mary Rainforth. Now quickly left side, Krolikowski. The jumper is short. Ball is free in the corner. Rebounded there by Syracuse. Carlson comes up with a basketball. Leads a fast break back. Looks like they turned it over. No call. Left side. Giddings into the offensive end. A blocking foul will be called on Mosick. Lisa Giddings hurried it up into the offensive end. Mosick came up, tried to take a charge. It will be called for a block.
We're seeing the intensity move up a little, couple of notches here in this second half. A lot of aggressive play and picking up some fouls early here. You'll see a lot more one-on-one situations maybe this half.
4-point lead for Syracuse. Right side, they go to Giddings. She'll take the jumper. Shot is off the mark. Rebound loose in the corner, tipped out of bounds by Haydenfeld, and Syracuse will try again. Team shooting in the first half. Unofficially, Eagles were 11 of 22 for 50%. Shot off the left side by Carlson is no good. Ball batted out of bounds, this time by Syracuse. Meanwhile, Syracuse in the first half was 10 of 19 for 53%. Not a lot of shots, but the ones they took, they made them count. Eagles into the offensive end, down now by 4. That's the biggest deficit. Krolikowski, left side, got it. Jenny Krolikowski with 5 points. Brings the Eagles back within 2. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Giddings down to right side. Gets the jumper away and hit it. She just took it coast to coast that time and converted at the other end. Lead back to 4. Rainforth to Krolikowski. Now they're passing against the press, and the effort seems much easier as they move it into the offensive end. Mosick, long distance. Kim Mosick with 8. Eagles attacking from the outside again are back within a bucket. 29-27. Whistle. Traveling is called against Syracuse. Here's an opportunity for Wood River to tie.
Real key right here, Jenny Krolikowski. If she gets hot, she'll just burn the heck out of the net. And she's hit a couple of free throws and hit that jumper. So you've got to be ready for her to light up the net.
Rainforth into the offensive end for Wood River. Mosick swings it to Krolikowski. Back to Mosick. They get Rainforth open along the left side. Jumper off the rim. Rainforth follows in the lane, is fouled in the play. Good follow that time by Rainforth in the paint. Took a push from Lisa Giddings. That is the third foul on Syracuse here in the third quarter, and suddenly the foul tempo seems to be swinging to the Eagles, and as good a free throw shooting team as they are, that could be a factor here in the second half.
It definitely could be, and there's another one of those situations as a coach I just hated. Girl goes up for a shot, and she's not checked off. She knows where the ball is going. A good shooter like Mary Rainforth knows where that basketball is going, and she goes and gets her own rebound, then gets a foul.
Wood River inbounds. Mosek from the corner, got it. Tie game. Mosek has 10 points. We are tied at 29. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz with you from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. Here's Giddings, right side, bounces it high. Carlson will take it into paint, forces up a shot. It's short. Kolakowski rebounds. Leads the fast break back at the other end for the Eagles. They've got it 4-on-1. Left side, Mosek, jumper, no. Loose ball in the lane, rebounded. Haydenfeld, they get it to Rainforth. That jumper's good, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
There's another one of those situations. The ball hit the front of the rim, and because of Mary's soft touch, the ball fell in.
Timeout call. Timeout on the floor. 4:38 left to play in the third quarter. Semifinals of the Class B Girls State Tournament. It's Wood River 31, Syracuse 29. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz back again courtside here at the Sports Center in Lincoln. 4:38 to play in the third quarter, and Wood River is rolling.
That's right. They got the fast break going. Their pressure is causing some problems for Syracuse. Deb Carlson from Syracuse, even though she's a great player, she's really forcing some shots against pressure.
He goes into the lane. Jumper is good. That was Michelle Neiman with her 6th point of the night. That ties the score at 31. Kolakowski into the offensive end, kicks it into the corner to Haydenfeld. Back out high, Rainforth jumper, no good. Loose ball in the lane. Haydenfeld follows, took it up, was fouled by Carlson. That is foul number 3 on Deb Carlson, and with 4:08 to play, that could be a factor.
That definitely could be. Another one of them offensive rebounds. Syracuse is not doing a very good job of checking people off the boards, and Wood River is doing an excellent job of going to the boards and getting those offensive boards.
Syracuse is standing waiting for the ball to come to them, and Wood River is really pursuing the basketball. That is team foul number 4 against Syracuse. Haydenfeld hits the free throw. They're now 2 for 3 from the line here in the second half, and those are their only free throws. Haydenfeld buries them both. 8 points for Lisa Haydenfeld. She averages 9, had 8 last night. And the Eagles have taken the lead again at 33-31. Hillman back in the ballgame. Kicks it off on the right side to Clark. Back to Hillman. Now they swing it out high to Neiman. Giddings will take it to the left side. They've taken Wenninghoff out of the ballgame. Jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound, Wood River. Haydenfeld with a great defensive clear. Eagles a chance to go up by 4. Their biggest lead has been 2. Here's Rainforth, step-up jumper, count it. Mary Rainforth has 10, and the Eagles have taken a 35-31 lead. 3:25 left to play here in the third quarter. Trouble on the right side. Neiman gets away. Feet underneath for Carlson is fouled by Kolakowski. Kolakowski got good position, but took a swat at the basketball that time, and it cost her the foul.
That's right. You can just see Wood River's defense intensify right here. They've gotten a couple of buckets to fall at the other end, and they feel like Syracuse is pushing a little bit, which they are. And Wood River is a smart enough ball club to go ahead and intensify that defense, put a little more pressure, and try to create some turnovers.
Deb Carlson at the line to shoot a pair. First shot is good. Carlson tonight now 4 for 5 from the free throw line, leads Syracuse in scoring with 12 points. Second shot is no good. Chased down in the corner by Kim Mosick. Feed to Rainforth. She'll move it into the offensive end. They had 4 people chasing the basketball that time on the press. Here's Krolikowski. High to Rainforth. Right side, Mosick likes that 18-footer in and out. Rebound, Wenninghoff back into the game to try to help out. And got the job done that time for Syracuse. Wenninghoff now with 5 rebounds. 35-32. The Eagles' lead is 3 points. 2:52 left to play in the third quarter. Deb Carlson down the left side, in trouble, kicks it back outside to Hillman. 3 seconds called inside on Syracuse. That is turnover number 11 against Syracuse. The Eagles have been called for 7, 6 of those in the first quarter. Into the offensive end, Krolikowski gave it up. There's a turnover. Giddings came up with it. Krolikowski was trapped at midcourt.
Same thing we were talking about earlier, Brian. Dribbling against that pressure. You got to pass the ball.
Carlson with the basketball, left side. Now they work it out high to Wenninghoff. Feed in the middle, turn around Neiman, jumper short. Rebound tip free, Wenninghoff got it back. She follows, that's no good. Neiman another rebound, takes it off the glass, it's off the mark. Haydenfeld rebound is fouled on the play by Giddings. Lisa Haydenfeld again with big rebounds, 4 of them here in the quarter, and gives the opportunity to shoot free throws the rest of the way to the rest of her teammates.
That's right. That's got to be a real big advantage. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and they're already in a 1-on-1 situation. So with Wood River's a real good shooting ball club, the 1-on-1 should be a real advantage for them.
All right. We've got 2:17 to play in the third quarter. Lisa Haydenfeld already with 8 points and a 2-for-2 performance from the line, will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Her shot is good. There's not much trajectory on her shot compared to Jenny Krolikowski's, but they all count. Second shot for the 5'7" senior is good. She's 4 for 4 from the line, and it's a 5-point lead for the Eagles. 2:14 left to play. Eagles starting to open it up here in the third quarter. Hillman trying to work it low. Giddings with the basketball. Gets it deep into the corner for Hillman. Eagles still playing that box, or the T&1 defense. Ball loose on the left sideline. Ball is kept in play by the official. Mosick out to the other end. Takes it to the hoop. Ball batted away from behind. Giddings with a good save defensively.
Wood River got a break there. The ball was knocked loose. It hit an official who was on the floor, which he is part of the floor, and therefore they were able to take the steal and go down and get a bucket.
Rainforth squares and shoots. Counted. Mary Rainforth with 12 points, and the Eagles lead it by 7. 1:40 left to play in quarter number 3. Eagles have opened up a 7-point lead. Hillman at the other end for Syracuse. Will work it out to the top of the key. They are still playing the T&1 defense. Carlson has coverage all over the floor. Lob in the middle. Carlson trying to get open. Sets a screen. There's a steal by Shauna Hayden. Here's the lob pass. Haydenfeld will get it in the offensive end. They get it to Rainforth. Takes it to the middle through the foul. Foul is called on Wenninghoff. Wenninghoff picked up foul number 3. Rainforth with a power move on the left side, and Mary Rainforth will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
Mary knew at that time she had a girl that wasn't as quick as her. She saw she wasn't set, took her right to the hoop and drew the foul, even though she really didn't have a shot.
Timeout called by Syracuse. Timeout on the floor with 1:13 to play in the third quarter. It's Wood River 39, Syracuse 32. Gallagher and Barry Schultz back again at the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. Mary Rainforth to shoot 1-1 for the Wood River Eagles. Free throw is good. We talked about those free throw numbers, and right now they're really catching up against Syracuse.
They definitely are, and Wood River only has 2 fouls on them also, which is an advantage because none of their kids are in foul trouble.
Second shot rims out, ball batted out of bounds by Wenninghoff. Wood River will get it back. Hayden battled tough for the rebound that time.
Syracuse is losing its poise a little bit right here, and they're going to have to gain it back, otherwise the game's going to be over.
Inbounds play for Rainforth. They tried to force the pass inside. Syracuse batted it away. Now they'll try a different offensive formation. They'll bring it in along the baseline. Hayden lobs it out high to Haydenfeld. 1:10 left to play in the third quarter. Eagles leading it now by 8 points. Gray with a basketball at the top of the key. Swings it right side now to Mosick. Mosick at the point to Rainforth. Takes it down the right side. Shot in a crowd is no good. Really forced that one up. Carlson came up with a basketball. Here comes Syracuse. Carlson deep in the corner. Spins it underneath to Neiman. In trouble. Forces up the shot and got it. Boy, she powered that one up.
Tough shot on the baseline against 2 people in her face, but really made a nice shot out of it.
40-34, and that stems the tide at least for a moment as Syracuse cuts it to 6. Here's Gray at the top of the key. Travels. Michelle Gray ran into a little defensive pressure out on top and gave up the turnover. That is only the second turnover since the half for the Eagles. For the game, 9. Syracuse has given up 13. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Syracuse with a basketball, trailing by 6. Hillman way out of the right wing. Gets it deep into the corner to Giddings. Back to Hillman out on top. This is Wenninghoff with the jumper. Shot is no good. Rainforth clears with 12 seconds. Mosick moving it to the other end for Wood River. Feeds left side. Hayden's jumper short in the lane. Carlson will clear. 3 seconds left. Will they get a shot? Buzzer sounds. The third quarter comes to an end. That one looked like it'd be a big conversion. It got away, but still, Wood River is taking the lead as we get ready to head on home. After 3 quarters of play, it's Wood River 40, Syracuse 34.
Student body, West End Section A.
Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz back again at the Sports Center in Lincoln, heading into the fourth quarter. Eagles leading it by 6 and shooting free throws. Eagles have only given up 2 fouls here in the second half, so they are in the driver's seat with 8 minutes to play. Giddings in trouble, forces a pass down low to Wenninghoff. Tied up, we're going to have a foul call. That's one that you're not going to get away with. Hayden was convinced he had all ball, but had a lot of iron from this angle.
That's right. She got the foul. Syracuse really has not set up anything against this T&1. They've continued to try to get it to Deb Carlson, and it just hasn't been very successful for them.
7:41 to play. The winner will take on Cedar Catholic in the championship game tomorrow. Shot from the left side is an air ball. Eagles come up with the rebound. Out of there with it is Hayden. Krolikowski feeds it deep in the left corner for Haydenfeld. They save it in the corner, but the ball is taken right back by Syracuse. Eagles tried to hurry it up the floor that time and paid for it. Giddings back into the other end for the Rockets. Shot from the corner by Giddings. No good. Travel. 14 turnovers on Syracuse. The Eagles have given up 10. And right now they all count. 40-34 the count. Wood River with the lead. 7:16 to play. Trying to go to 22-0 and move it into the Class B championship game against Huntington Cedar Catholic. Mosick, Krolikowski, now out on top to Rainforth. So far, Syracuse staying in the zone defense. Wood River will play catch across the top. I just hope that they don't work themselves into being complacent. They still need to attack this zone. Out on top for Mosek. Right side, Krolikowski's open. Jumper is no good. Loose ball in the lane. Tied up. We'll have a foul called. It'll be on Deb Carlson. That is number 4. In the second half, and a chance here for another 1-and-1. She was 4 for 4 from the line in the third quarter.
That's right, and I think she's been 3 for 4 or 3 for 5 from the field, and she's really been the player and done a nice job for Jerry today, just like as his daughter did a nice job for him yesterday.
40-34, the lead for the Eagles. 6:48 to play. Exclusive coverage of the Class B Girls State Basketball Tournament coming your way on KRGI FM Grand Island. Brian Gallagher and Barry Schultz with you from the Devaney Sports Center. That free throw kicks out of there, and Michelle Neiman has another rebound for Syracuse. Giddings moves it into the offensive end, picking up some pressure from Haydenfeld, takes it deep into the right corner, then works it back out to Hillman. Back to Giddings, right corner. Giddings wants the shot. 6.5 minutes to play. She'll take it from the right side. It's no good, and that rebound is off to Shauna Hayden. Giddings was convinced she was going to take the shot from the right corner that time. Rainforth works it deep into the corner to Mosek. Back to Rainforth, left side, looks at the bucket. Haydenfeld cuts through the middle. Pass wasn't there. Mosek back to Rainforth, left side, kicks it out high to Mosek. Mosek has shown some capability from the top of the key today. Eagles so far 50% this afternoon. They were 6 of 12 in the third quarter, and even 11 of 22 in the first half. Rainforth in a crowd, gets the shot up and in. What a beautiful turnaround jumper by Mary Rainforth.
That was a nice job of showing some patience. Kim Mosek and Jenny Krolikowski passed it back and forth about 4 times, what I call a ping pong.